How y'all doing today? We're doing some got a lot of guys, project cars, having some problems with the controller setup. And played last night with some buddies at a broadcast. And man, we just we sit around, we played, and I played with my controller. I do have a wheel set up, and I played that the other day. I think I got a good setup for the wheel. But I'm just trying to get a feel for the controller here for the guys, because I mean, I feel for the dudes with the controllers. I mean, it is what it is. Um, guys with the controllers, man, y'all can't help how the developer made the game, so forth. Um, but with that said, um, you've got to realize that this is a sim game, and just gonna take some time, man, getting used to. I mean, well, but I'm gonna try these settings. Mode two. And I can get them on the controller. So it's mode 2. Excuse me. One guy said he went down to here, but I don't really see how he got to 3. But, anyways. Alright. Um, what's that? 5. I don't know where they're getting these numbers at, but, we're just gonna try these. Excuse me for my yawning. I don't know why I'm so damn tired, but, see the force feedback's off. The reason I did that is because I'm turning up a little bit and see if I what's happening is obviously they've got a bug with the controls. But Hockenheim looks pretty cool. I do need to go in here and set up some settings because I mean we've got some tunes on the car that could affect this. Um, now, there's one thing I haven't heard anybody talking about, and that's the force feedback settings inside the car, not the global force feedback, but the inside the car. Now, last night when I took my guys with the controllers and gave them, I'll show you right here, gave them these settings, and they set these up. Man, it vastly improved. Now, I'm gonna reset mine, just to reset it, and because the forum that I'm looking at, nobody's mentioning this stuff. Nobody's saying, "Hey, look, you know, we're changing this, we're changing that," um, and in the thing. I always put my brake balance up too. Notice that helps. Brake pressure, I think I might put it down to 80. Oh shoot, there's one other thing. Um, Forgot I have my steering assist on. The controls. They turn it off. I do got analog brakes on. just so I don't lock them up. I notice on my wheel I don't have to run it, but yeah, if you can get away with it, hey, go for it. I can't, so it's personal preference, really. So let's see what this dude's. Let's go to take the car out like it sits. Okay.
Go, go, go!
Not bad. Not bad. That's crazy. The sound goes all up. I'm talking about the brakes. Ooh. See that twitchy? Here's what I'm talking about. That right there. I want that out of it. Now, that's not bad. But I'm going to show you a little bit of difference here. What I did, I went to 25, 26, so we're in that area. Okay. I'll turn force feed back off again because that was such a problem with the go in my garage here in a minute because now you can. Okay. Yeah, go back and re-put in all that for that track. Dang it. Give me that big Spa. Spa's good track. Catalina's a good track too. I like Catalina. I mean, still, even with all these settings, and again, I'm gonna compare this to Forza, but I hate doing that. But they are different games. But with these settings, it's, I don't think on a controller it's still going to be as refined or so to speak. But you can see right here, I went in force feedback scale. You can see some of the settings I've got here. These are what I've set up for my wheel, and they work very well. Now, they work very well also on a controller. So, it's a good drive with the
Go, go, go.
input settings he's got now. Curious, just to see. Now, don't you see something? Moving the stick. Alright, don't you see something? This is me moving the sticks. I'm going full lock, side to side. And you can see now the faster I go, the more the tires give. As you can tell, I'm at least able to drive this thing a lot better. Twitch. See what I've done now? And I don't know why no one has said anything about force feedback settings. And it could be because a buddy of mine last night who was having a very hard time understanding what I was saying, because when I kept saying force feedback settings, he kept going, maybe I'm going to go there and change for every car. He thought I was talking about the sensitivity. Yeah, well, you can't go and change that very quickly, but that's global. The force feedback that I am talking about is actually in the tune of the car. Maybe they should have named it something else, like feel of the car force, I don't know, but force feedback usually associated with force feedback. But you can tell I can drive the car a little better. The car's a little slick. And I think now I'm at a point of tuning the car. Yeah, because it's going to spin on the curves. It's going to spin when I give it gas. That's actually a really, really good controller setup here. And I'm not the best controller player. So, let's go back in here and restart. And you know what? I'm going to turn down my game volume a little bit too. I noticed when I watched my Twitch earlier when I was on the game, car's awful loud. I want the viewers to be able to hear me. But I mean, as you can see, that was a good controller setup. It wasn't too twitchy. I was able to get the car around. I was able to move from side to side. Felt really good. I think now I'm down to having to tune the cars. And, yeah. I think that's what it's boiling down to now. I'm going to change all these down to 40. Because, yeah, I think those dead zones, I'm going to put it right here so people can watch, are really good dead zones. By the way, they welcome viewer. Going over some settings with the controller, Project Cars. Had some buddies last night who were having some issues with the controller. I have a wheel set up, so I kind of felt sorry for them. And I said, hey, look, let me boot my wheel up or my controller up with y'all guys and see what y'all talking about. And then, they're not the only ones. Everybody's having trouble, but this right here actually was pretty good. Earlier in the Twitch that I just had, which I'll have the broadcast up here soon, you'll see what I'm talking about. I actually did an example of the default settings of what they were, and then I went and put these settings in. You can see these settings here, and then I have it at mode 2. Now, that's another thing that was kind of interesting. They were talking about the modes and whatnot. So these dead zone settings for a controller seem to work pretty good. I don't have the twitchiness side to side. I'm using a rough right now. It's just the one area that I see that nobody's talking about, and we'll just pick Catalina right fast, is this right here. The force feedback on this, on the controller. And like I said, a buddy of mine last night, boy, he was all confused. He was like, "What you talking about force feedback, man? And I got to change that for each controller. I got to go in here and change this and that." And I'm like, "No, dude, you don't. That's global settings. The force feedback I'm talking about is right here that I'm going to show you. Nobody, if you go up and edit tune, nobody ever says anything about these that I've seen on the forums. If I reset this, I could, and like I say earlier in this Twitch I just had, you'll be able to see, which I'll have it up here soon. You can rewatch it. The default settings in this, and this is for any car, the controller was just so twitchy side to side. I couldn't do anything. But with these settings here, and these are good baseline settings for any of the GT3 cars, by the way. I'll go all the way down, hold it right there for you. Go over here and show you what the only two that has changed in here is the SOP scale and this. Now, I granted again, I am not the best. I do run medium slicks, and then on the brakes, the only other thing I changed setup wise is I have my front brakes at 65. I do run ABS with the controller. On my wheel setup, I don't. But anyways, let me show you basically what this does. Hopefully y'all can hear me over the sound of the car. I noticed when I watched Twitch before it was kind of but let's check this out, man. It's kind of cool. Alright, here we go. Gonna give you an idea what I'm talking about. I'm on the controller. I'm going the wall right there. See, and that right there, to me, the faster you go, that side to side, I'm going full lock right there. Full lock, side to side. To me, that's just setup of the car. I mean, you can stiffen this car up by the things, but see, man, I'm able to go around this track. I'm able to full lock, slide into the turns, and man, I'm just able to drive this thing now. I don't have to worry about it coming out from under me. But again, I could go in here and set it up and start setting up. I say I'm not the best driver in the world, but anyways, yeah, just go in here and set it up. So yeah. Woohoo! Anyways, this is just a little tutorial. Anybody's having trouble with the controller, please just rewatch this Twitch. Hit the follow button, man. I'm gonna do some more gameplay, multiplayer stuff with some friends of mine. Just kind of help them out. I'm gonna get back on my wheel set up and whatnot. I'm gonna get my camera set up so everybody can see what I'm doing too. Be kind of nice, you know. I know sometimes they don't want to watch Twitch guys, man, who don't show their face, which, you know, I might not be the prettiest dude around. But I want to get some, you know, damn, I keep going on track. But I do want to get some, you know, videos going about actual, you know, tuners of cars. Which, now that I think we got the dead zone part, I think, pretty much down pat. I really, excuse me, really like that. It's drivable. We'll get in there and then we'll tune on that. So, but anyways, if you enjoyed this, hit the follow button. You know, hit a like or whatever. Definitely, man. Just follow me up. I do other games. You know, this. I'm going to, obviously we do Clan Wars too, Call of Duty. But right now, Project Cars. I love racing games, and I just wanted to help guys out with a controller, wheel, etc., etc. So, yeah, hit the follow button.